Hello. So today is gonna be a little bit of a fun one. I'm actually curious about this game because I didn't review it ahead of time. This is kind of like my VOD review. It was a very fun game, if I recall correctly. I think a lot of things kind of worked out for me. But I'm really curious about because I didn't go first this game. Spoiler: I got top 4, but I didn't go first. I'm kind of curious what happened, like how it went wrong. So I want to see if there's any corrections I can make, and hopefully it's a good learning experience as well for everybody else. Because I felt like my position was pretty high roll. So we'll just have to see about that. Anyways, for those that don't know, it's going to be like a RECOMBOB game. It's going to be pretty fun. In this case, so I'm starting out with Senna, and I have a good Ink Shadow opener. Ink Shadow is really strong just because it gives you a +1 item, which is really nice. Let's see here what augments I pick. I don't really like Patient Study that much. Altruist Crest, I don't have Altruist. I take Sleight of Hand. Okay, so the reason I take it is because I have a strong opener, and I'm hoping that I can tempo it, right? I don't have upgrades, which is a little bit risky, but in my head, the way I'm looking at it is that I have an Ink Shadow item, so I have a +1. I can probably make Redemption here. It'd be curious if I don't slam Redemption. Yeah, and I slam Redemption, right? I just want to be up as many items as possible, plus a TG. I'm Senna paired, so hopefully I can natural this Senna copy. And I have a very, it's a fairly strong opener. The reason Ink Shadow's strong is because this +1 item is up like a whole resource on your opponents. And a lot of times that's more than they would get with just like trait botting, you know what I mean? Like putting a bunch of traits in. Like having a full item on a carry is usually pretty good. Now, because I don't have upgrades, a little bit risky, the strat that I'm doing, right? I would suggest like you kind of go for like this full I'm gonna win out opener if you have the upgrades to make sure that you're strong enough, right? So here, oh, you know what it is? Oh, I know what it is. Okay, maybe I should go back a little bit before this. Oh, it doesn't show. Oh, my recording's messed up. That's why. Okay, so for those that don't know, this is Darius Encounter. Oh, that's why. That makes so much more sense now. Because I was like, this seems a little bit weird why I'm playing so strong for tempo. So the Darius Encounter, what it is, it's essentially Spoils of War, right? So you have like a 30% chance of loot. So you see here how there's like gold drops? Basically, every time you kill an enemy, there is a 30% chance of loot, right? And the loot scales with, just like Spoils of War, it scales. You can get gold, you can get components, and you can get dupes, right? So for me, I would typically when you're playing when you take Spoils of War, a lot of times it's better with a reroll comp, like a low cost comp, because you get the lesser duplicators, the little blue duplicators that can help you hit the reroll really early, as well because it's 30% of a chance of a spoil on enemy kill. You want to play a strong board early to help you gain a bunch more gold, right? Even if you don't win streak, it makes sense that you earn a bunch of gold, and that's why rerolls also work really well with spoils, right? Here, this guy's just so incredibly strong. He's level 5 on 2-2. Look at him. He sent it to 0. He's level 5 on 2-2 with raining gold. It's like, it makes sense because it's Spoils of War. Like, that's not necessarily a good play if it wasn't the Spoils of War encounter. But there was no way I was going to beat him anyways. But that's why I'm playing really aggressively. Because the Darius encounter, it doesn't show because my VOD didn't record it off rip. But it's just to gain as much loot as possible. I want to play as strong a board as possible, right? Because then you're going to fall behind too many resources, right? If you try and sack, like if you're like, oh, I'm not that strong, I'll just lose, what ends up happening is everybody else in the lobby gets so much more resources than you, and then it's just fucking GG, right? Like they're up HP and resources. It snowballs too fast, so you have to kind of try your best to play as strong as possible. But yeah, besides that one guy that's like insanely strong, I'm doing pretty good here. So that's great. Okay, that makes sense. Everything's coherent. I was worried because yesterday I was VOD reviewing one of my games and I was playing so bad. Like it was like uncharacteristically bad decision making. And I looked it up and I realized why. That was actually like, I think that VOD was from a day after I grinded a bunch that I was playing with somebody, so I was actually like mid-conversation a lot of the time, so I think I just wasn't super focused on the game, so I just like made mistakes in my slams and stuff. But either way, hopefully it was somewhat entertaining. Because these next couple rounds might be a little bit easy, we do have a message for everybody about the giveaway, because we reached our subscriber goal. Since we reached our subscriber goal, we will be doing a TFT RP giveaway. Yay! So what you have to do is you have to be subscribed to the YouTube. You'll join my Discord. You'll enter the giveaway in the Discord, and this will end May 5th. So basically, you'll go to the video. I'll put in the comments as well, but in the description, you can click the Discord. There'll be a link to the Discord, and then once you get into my Discord, which is the Wolfgang Discord, there is in the text channels a TFT giveaway channel. You will go to this channel, and then you will enter the giveaway using this button right here. The giveaway I decided is going to be 2 winners of 475 RP. So good luck. The giveaway ends on May 5th. So the winners will be selected in the Discord, and then I'll contact you in Discord in order to get like your Riot account and all of that, so that I could gift you it through the client. Thank you, and happy watching. Alright, and we're back. I paused the video because this round was actually pretty crazy. So in my shop, there was a Lee Sin. So what I did is I sold my Aatrox to put the Thieves Gloves on Lee Sin, because Lee Sin is just an incredibly tanky and strong unit, especially early game. So I put Thieves Gloves on Lee Sin, and then I put in a Volibear to keep the Ink Shadow and to give me the Duelist synergy for the Lee Sin. If you don't know, there's some units like the early melee kind of tanky units, so like Lee Sin and Sylas, they're very good at streaking very early. Because of the HP buffs and just generally how they work, they do a lot of damage, as well as they're very hard to kill. And they work a lot better than some of the like they're probably better than a 2-star 1 cost or some 2-star 2 costs, just in terms of like HP and utility that they give to your team. So it's pretty high roll and it's very nice. So we take those. We see that there's also a Galio. Now Galio's a little bit different because he doesn't do that much damage, but I'm trying to find a way to play this Galio if I can, because I would ideally like to, because there is some world where like Aatrox is Bruiser, so I can swap out, even like this guy's an upgrade, so now I have to decide, like, do I want to sell Jax for Galio, and then on level 6 I can play Galio, right? I'm trying to think like what's the best way I can tempo to play a strong board, because this Galaxy with the Darius encounter is all about being strong, right? To make sure that you're getting as much spoils value as possible. As you can see, this Lee Sin, he's just fucking broken. He's just going nuts. I'm so confused what to do. Do I lock it? Oh, I sell the Aatrox. No, that's a bad decision. Okay, so you wanted to sell Jax to play Galio for Jax, and then play Aatrox for the synergy. The problem is the Jax was my strongest board that turn, so I sold the Aatrox for the Galio. I mean, I guess that's fine. You do want to hold the Galio, because even a random Galio without the Bruiser synergy is fine. Like, maybe that's the right decision, but it was just a little bit awkward. I didn't econ well enough to like deal with it. Honestly, it was probably sell the Senna. Like, I shouldn't be trying to commit to a Senna. Like, here I'm holding the extra Senna because of Senna reroll. Oh no, I didn't have the Senna last turn. I got it this turn. So I'm just holding it because I'm holding it. That makes sense. What to do now? Oh, this is where everything goes bad. Yeah, that's a little bit of a... This is a big mishap here. I think I'm just trying to be strong. I felt like I wanted to commit to the Senna reroll line because of the Galaxy, so I'm just trying to like tempo, because I have this upgrade, I have the Senna upgrade, I have 1 extra Senna, and I have these guys, so I kind of want to commit to like either Senna Gnar or Senna, what's its name, Senna Gnar or Senna Shen, right? But I don't have many Shen copies, so it's a little bit risky, especially when you don't have frontline in this Galaxy. But as you can see, I am doing pretty well. The only guy that beat me is the guy that had like the Giga Opener of Doom. He had like the Umbral, like Heavenly, Darius 2, which is like insanely strong. Here I'm holding a Kindred Gnar because I might play Gnar as my front line. You never know. Okay, and now let's see the so it's a silver augment, right? I have two 4 costs, so I'm kind of down to just RECOMBOB here, right? Because that will give me 2 5 costs. So I take RECOMBOB, and what do I get? I get another Lee Sin. I get a Kiana 2, which is good. This is good synergy for the Lee Sin. But then I get 2 Hweis. And like, what the fuck? Like, can we be real here? So like, okay, let me explain, right? Of the 5 costs, Hwei is very good early game because he helps you to duplicate stuff. The problem is they kind of reduced a lot of his like impact to the game. Like they slightly nerfed him a couple patches ago, and now he's not considered to be like the greatest unit. The thing that's really nice is that I got 2 copies of Hwei, but that's not even that great because like if you think about the other legendaries with RECOMBOB, you pretty much want every other legendary is good, right? Like a Rakan early is extremely strong because you can play Altruist, right? You can be 3 Altruist really early. It's like insanely strong. Lysandra is the best unit in the game. If you don't believe me, you know, you gotta study up on some stuff because like Lysandra is like basically like the biggest win con in this game. Udyr is really strong as a frontline unit. And then like, what is it? Hwei, Aurelia are like kind of like situationally good, but Aurelia gives a lot of utility, so she's good strong, and Hwei gives the duplicating early, which is really strong. I got these 2 removers. The Hwei has the Thieves Gloves on it, which is pretty good, and I do have like some sort of a semblance of coherence, right? I have Duelist, I have Behemoth, right? The problem is that Hwei doesn't do that much damage, and I was already building towards AD items, right? Like I made an Even Shroud. So this way it does magic damage, right? Like he does AP damage, and I have armor reduction instead of magic reduction. So it's kind of weird. The Morello, the red buff is really good on Hwei. It's like Hwei's good in certain cases, but here it's like it's my main damage, and you'll see that I kind of fall off a little bit. This stage is very rocky for me. The thing is though, I'll have a guaranteed Hwei 2. That's the good part, right? I also have Exalted in, so I'm leveling really fast. And I'm trying to go like basically like straight to 9, right? So this is a really insanely good spot. RECOMBOB, you usually don't want to take RECOMBOB unless it's like situationally good. There I was going to get 2 5 costs, right? If I got a Lysandra, the game's over. Because a Lysandra early, I'll be up so many components because like a lot of the people don't have like upgraded front lines yet. Right? If I got a Lysandra there, I win the game on the spot. Udyr, really fucking good. Rakan, really fucking good. Hwei, pretty good. It's not like the worst. I think the worst would have been Aurelia. And then what are the other 5 costs? Set. Okay, Set's pretty bad actually. Maybe Set would have been worse. Okay, so Hwei isn't as bad as... It's not that bad. It's just bad because I already built... I was building towards like this Senna Shen line, so I don't synergize really well with the unit, with the items. Oh, I need to see this carousel. Did I fuck up here? Yeah, that guy took the tier. I want a mana item for this dude, right? I take Cloak because Cloak could turn into... like, I can make, like, a melee carry, right? Like, I can go, like, I can go Bloodthirster. But I can also, turn... Do I make Bloodthirster? I shouldn't make Bloodthirster. Yeah. Okay, the reason I want to save this Cloak is because a Cloak with a tier makes an Adaptive Helm, and that's a really good item on Hwei, right? Adaptive Helm is a mana item that's just gives a bunch of mana and gives a bunch of AP. So with Hwei, Hwei does a lot of things for your team, right? So Hwei, everybody knows Hwei for the duplicator, right? The reason he was broken before was because of all the extra utility that he does, right? A Hwei 2, even though people don't play Hwei that much these days, a Hwei 2 is still a Hwei 2. It's still very strong. It's an upgraded 5 cost unit, right? What he does is he does AoE damage. He does healing, right? Because when he pops his damage, if you don't know, it also heals your team. So he makes your team really tanky as well. And in addition to that, he duplicates a unit. So what my plan is I want to tempo around a Hwei 2, right? I just need Hwei items. Right now he just has a Thieves Glove, so he's holding like 1 item, right? This is a Gnar player. He's like really strong. He's mulched, right? I was gonna lose that fight no matter what. My Thieves Gloves are rolling good items always, which is pretty nice. But what I really want to do is I just want in it basically this stage I'm just sacking. By 4-2 I'm gonna have a Hwei 2, and then I just need to build Hwei items, right? The problem is, like, you know, I already got dropped a tier and I made a redemption, so now I just don't have a tier, and I'm kind of just praying to God that I get a tier, because if I get a mana item plus the red buff, that should be good enough to like sustain me in stage 4. It's like what my thought process is here, right? Also, do you like the positioning of this bar, or is it too distracting? Because I used to put it up here, but then I felt like it blocked some of the enemy stuff, so I'm putting it down here, and I think it's less obstructive. I could put it to the side, something like this, which is probably the best, actually. I don't know. I wish there was like some customization that I can put it like vertically, because then I can just put it off screen. And you guys don't have to see me selecting the pen every time. Yeah, this guy's really strong as well. He's just faded, right? I just don't have enough damage to break through it. I am also greeting a lot because I'm playing Exalted, right? The Exalted isn't necessarily the best, but I'm playing like this random fuck-ass Kabuko. You know what I mean? Like, this Kabuko does nothing for my board. So there's a chance that like some of the close fights I can play a little bit stronger in terms of like what I want to, like, you know, in terms of like these things. I can play a stronger board, maybe tempo a little bit harder, right? Like I could easily, like, the Nico is definitely better than playing the Kabuko. HP to my whole team, heavenly. Alright, what did I get? I got fuck all. Look at this. Look at these item drops. I think this is why I don't go top 1. Right? I'm in like a firstable position here. What did I get? I got... Oh, man. I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get dizzy. Oh, yeah, I made Even Shroud. No, I didn't mean to make Even Shroud. I meant to make Spark. And then I have Gunblade. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, it was Declaw. It was Save the Belt. Oh, yeah. Let's not... Okay, I know you're looking at this, and you're looking at this. Just don't look at it. Okay, what happened is I got dizzy, right? Because I remember... I'll tell you exactly what I was thinking at this exact moment, right? At this exact moment, I was thinking, what the fuck? How are any of these going to make a Hwei item? I can't make a Hwei item out of any of these on bench. So what the fuck am I supposed to do now? That's what I was thinking in my head, right? That's exactly what I was thinking in my head. And then what I was thinking in my head is, okay, like, I just need some kind of tank item. So what can I make? I need to kill this, right? So then I said, okay, well, I can't use this belt for Morello because I already have anti-heal here. So, like... What am I going to use this belt for? I'm not going to use it to make Sunfire because I already have Sunfire over here. So I just like, okay, fuck it. I'll just slam something. So I think I wanted to slam Sunfire, right? I was just going to say, fuck it. I'll just make more anti-heal with Sunfire because there's no reason to make 2 even shots because I have a Hwei. And then I accidentally grabbed the cloak. That's what happened, right? So I thought I was making Sunfire. But it was just because I was tilted, right? I literally was tilted. I thought that was Sunfire, right? I know this is really bad gameplay, but that's the reason why I'm in Diamond and I didn't rank up to Master, because sometimes I make mistakes like this, obviously, right? I switched the items over because I think of this, and then I'm holding on to this because I wanted... Basically, I always want to hold on to one cloak, right? It's never slam Declaw. I want to hold on to one cloak because if I get the tier, I can make the Hwei item, right? I can make the mana item for Hwei. Gunblade is pretty bad on Hwei. He already does healing, right? But I just need to slam something because it's like I have no items to make, right? I'm not just going to sit here. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is just sitting here with like a bunch of fucking items out of nowhere, right? And now I get dropped from spoils. I get dropped a glove. So, you know, it actually was hold on to the items, but that's very hindsight, right? Like, this might have been a Gunblade diff, right? Especially with like how the way the fight went off. You really, if you're planning on going 9, and especially if you're planning on like trying to play for a win, you want to make sure that you're strong, right? And that's like the theme of this game a lot of the time, or in this game particularly, is that from the start I'm always trying to play the strongest board, except for those couple rounds where I was duplicating the Hwei and I was playing Exalted, which was just to give me like good tempo. Right? But the he's definitely better than somebody. I think I kind of just want a tempo to 9 here, so I don't want to roll that deep, right? I'm trying to fit in like Mythic for Hwei. Yeah, so I fit in Mythic like this. And I still have 3 Exalted. So if you look at my board, this round is being greedy. I know I was just saying I'm playing strongest board, but I decided that like I'm 40 gold. I can go to 9 really fast, and then I can fix my board on level 9 because like I have a bunch of like shitter units. I don't think I'll win that much because I don't think my Hwei damage is good. I'm pretty sure Gunblade is pretty bad on him. We can check the stats for what the best Hwei items are in a second. I just want to see the outcome of this fight. It's also an encounter carousel. So there's a chance that this is going to be like a whack-ass carousel. So we'll see what happens there. We'll wait till after carousel and then we'll look at Hwei stats. Anyways, I find another Hwei. Like, what is this? Like, hello? I'm just saying, though, my game would have been so much better because all the items that I had, I could have easily played towards Ashe here, right? If I didn't make Gunblade, like red buff plus Ink Shadow, like I could have easily played like an Ashe game around the Senna opener that I had. If I got dropped to Lysandra, the game was over, right? I had 2 chances of hitting a 5 cost, like a 5 cost front line or some 5 cost crazy unit. And you know what the crazy thing is? Like, I have this Hwei too because I took RECOMBOB, right? And I duplicated the Hwei, right? There's people that are like level 8 and they have upgraded legendaries. Like, look at this guy. Like, you thought my game was high roll that I hit like, oh, he already has a Hwei too. What is he bitching about? Look at this guy. I'm pretty sure this Azir is doing way more damage than my Hwei ever will do. I'm pretty sure I lose this fight to this Azir. Like, look at this. He just, because my Hwei does AoE, so he loses a lot of times in like these 1v1 fights. So it's like, it's actually very difficult to win those. And then Morgana makes it 4 cost champions. And obviously the tier is going to be on a Kai'Sa, which there's already Kai'Sa players that are looking for it. There's no way I'm getting the tier. Right? Like, what I was hoping for is I was hoping for a tier on like a low cost unit so that I can get it, so that I have an item for my Hwei. But look, what am I going to get? I'm going to get another defensive component, right? This is the problem sometimes with playing strongest board, is because I have too much HP, so I always get griefed on the carousel. And then my wolf drop or whatever, I got dropped like all tank items despite slamming a tank item early. So it's just like, look at my bench. It's like, what do I make here? It's like I have to make a bramble, right? I have to hold this glove just in case I can make like a TG or some kind of shit, right? Yeah, I was just very low roll on items as well. I think I greeted too much this game though. I think if I rolled deep on 8 and I got rid of Exalted, like I think I'm just bleeding out a little bit this round. But yeah, I have a Hwei too early, but like everybody else seems to have found like giga upgrades, so it's just like kind of a little bit awkward. I think this guy's 4 sniper. Yeah, he's 4 sniper Ashe, which is kind of scary, but he only has an Ashe 1. So this is the benefit of Hwei. See, so when you watch him cast, he'll heal my units, right? You see how my units, they gain a bit of healing, and then he'll also do like spread damage. Oh, I got railed by this guy. Never mind. I thought maybe I can kill the Ashe, but like I think the last 2 casts missed on the Ashe. So this was a positioning diff. If I put my Hwei on this side, I think I killed the Ashe, and then I can maybe win out. Or I can win this fight. My front line's also garbage. Right, I don't have a 4 cost. I just have this Thresh with Thieves Gloves as my best frontline unit. I have a couple of these that are unupgraded, but they're not really like doing anything for my board. I'm kind of just playing them for like synergy. And Exalted. Could I have played this differently? I had an early Hwei, right? Right now I'm just sitting on, like, I'm not trying to make a Hwei 3. But what I'm doing is I'm just counting up my... I'm basically putting this guy as a placeholder for like another 5 cost, right? Because what I'm anticipating is that I'll be able to fast 9 after, and then I could swap it out for like a better 5 cost, and then have another chance at like a 2-star 5 cost pretty easily. This guy is Ascension with Faded. Oh, I actually beat the Faded guy this time. But he is greeting as well. He's greeting quite a bit. So that makes sense. The Gnar guy is way too strong. That's understandable. Yeah, so I think I always lose to the Gnar guy. I always lose to the other high roll guy that's going 9 with like the Azir and everything. Okay, so this is what I mean, right? So now I should probably sell the Hwei on my bench. I should probably sell the Hwei on my bench because I don't think I'm not going for like Hwei 3 ever, right? Yeah, sell Kabuko, sell the Hwei. You should sell the Hwei on the bench. Okay, like this is just gonna make me dizzy later. I'm pretty sure like what I should do is I should just sell it now. Like even though it's like suboptimal, like you want to hold the 5 costs so you have a better chance of hitting other 5 costs. And then look, I didn't get dropped a tier, and I don't get a tier. I play this whole game with no mana item Hwei 2. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm level 9, 30 gold. Roll a little bit. Roll a little bit. I'm not going for Hwei 3. No, don't do it. Lissandra. Also, this Azir is probably better than the Hwei right now. Or in a turn. Okay, Lissandra. Don't duplicate the Hwei, please. Don't duplicate the Hwei. Please don't duplicate the Hwei. Oh, this is pain. Yes. Udyr 2. Yes. Okay, that's what I wanted. Oh, thank God. Sell these. You're not going for Hwei 3. Oh, please, God, sell them. Sell them and make 20. Please. Yeah, sell it. Oh. No, I was too tilted. Sell it. No, I'm not making econ. That's so bad. I need the money. And I'm going to lose Exalted. And I still don't have a Hwei item. I need to slam these as well. It was probably not put TG on the Udyr because Crown Guard is really good on Udyr, and so are some of these other items. Oh no. Oh well, it's fine. Man, these last couple of games have been bad. I have so many 5 costs though, which is pretty good. So I did tempo my board correctly, but it's just like everything's just a mess. I put Redemption on. You usually want a mana item, even though he's like a combat caster dude, like he's like a frontline fighter. You usually want a mana item on Wukong because he scales with his casting, so you want him to cast as much as possible. So the only thing I had with the tier is Redemption, so I just put it on him. It's better Redemption on Wukong than putting that on the Hwei. I'm 4 mythic. But the mythic that I want to drop probably is the heavenly one. I could drop the behemoth one. Yeah, I could drop Cho'Gath and play like a better behemoth. Like even Thresh is probably better. Because I might still be too exalted. I don't know if I sold all my exalteds yet. I hit a list too. Yeah, look at this board. This is what I remember. Like I remember I had a shaky mid game. But like look at this board. I have Hwei 2, Lissandra 2, Udyr 2. Like, I know that I'm playing these shitters that aren't, like, really doing anything. But, like, I have Wukong, too. Like, is it just because I don't have a mana item on Hwei? I'm also not getting any good components. I need one tier or one, like, I need something other than a defensive component. Honestly, I'll take, like, a sword. I'll take a bow, right? A sword or a bow. Like, I'll put Nashers on my Hwei. Like, that's fine, right? The problem is that like other boards are equally as high roll because there's other people with 5 costs as well, right? And I'm still holding on to this idea that I'm gonna play Hwei. I'm gonna get Hwei 3. Like, come on, grow up. There's another guy playing Hwei anyways. Oh, what did I get? Another fucking Bramble. What did I get? Another bro. Like what the fuck? Like, oh my god. How? This is comedy. Oh, now I remember why I put this in the VOD review corner. Like, what the fuck is that? I've been talking about how all I got dropped were fucking chainmails and cloaks. And it's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing here? Like, oh my god. Okay, that's why I didn't go first. Okay, this was kind of low roll. Wait, did I take a declaw? Wait. Why the fuck did I take a declaw? Oh yeah, I'm last pick again, so I have the option of Morello. Honestly, at this point, you just give up and you put Morello on fucking Hwei. Just have 3 items, or you put Morello on Lysandra. At this point, you just give up. But I think I was so tilted that I just took D-Claw. I was like, fuck it. I was like, you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. Alright, so what can I do? I can do Bramble, D-Claw on... Oh, no. Bramble, D-Claw on Recon. Yeah. Make a Bramble. Fuck it. Make a Sunfire. I don't know. Make another Bramble. Like, what are my items? Bro, I have 3 Brambles on my front line. Like, oh. Man, this is funny. I don't know. I hope it's coming across. Like, I'm laughing. Like, I'm crying for how much I'm laughing. Like, I know it sounds like I'm moaning. This is hilarious to me. Like, what the fuck is going on in this game? Oh, TFT. Sometimes you have games like this. But you know what? I got a Hwei too, so it's fine. This is the guy that's like Giga Hyrule, right? No, he's not. This isn't the Hyrule guy, actually. Isn't there another guy with a Azir 2? Yeah, I just can't beat him. I don't have the damage. Right? I think, like, if my front line can stall long enough, but this guy just has way too much damage. Like the Azir 2, so I lose against this guy. The lobby is also pretty close in HP. Like, everybody has a strong board, right? So positioning matters a lot. I should definitely be scouting a little bit more, like, before I fight people. I don't know what I'm thinking of here. I need to, honestly, I think I need to hit Recon too. My Recon items aren't even that good. Honestly, there's nothing to look at in the stats here because it's not like I had an option of making any better items, right? It's like I got dropped 1 tier and 1 rod, I think, the whole game. Or sorry, I got dropped 2 rods the whole game. 1 tier, 2 rods the entire game. Like, no swords, no bows. Actually, I made red buff. I got dropped 2 bows. That's, I guess that makes sense, variant. I burnt my bows really early. Okay, surely I can beat this guy now. Okay, this was the guy with the Azir 2 that was really strong last time. Because this is the reigning gold guy. So that makes sense. Like, I outcapped this guy because I have way too many upgrades. I'm going to have a Recon 2 in a turn. But yeah, everybody's capping really high. Because especially with spoils. Like, the way you can treat this spoils one is like... Spoils is kind of like... It's kind of like a worse scuttle... It's kind of like a... an arguably better scuttle puddle in a way. I lose Behemoth on my Udyr. Is that correct? I don't think so. Also, my little buddies. Is that what this is? That probably explains why I was trying to keep a lot of my lower cost units. Okay, please, a mana item. Yeah, fuck it. Blue buff isn't even that good on him, but you need it. 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 Honestly, it might actually be blue buff on Lysandra at this point. I should see who does more damage. I don't know what I'm rolling for. Am I little buddies? Wait, I need to go back. I don't know if I'm little buddies or combat caster. Because if I'm little buddies, then the play was definitely to keep the other unit. Please don't be little buddies. I can't deal with this heartbreak. Oh my god, I think I'm little buddies. And I have no little buddies. Oh no. Please don't let it be so. Oh, I'm so stupid. I sold my fucking little buddies. Dragon. Okay, well that explains why I'm weaker now. Oh, I lost my little buddies. I need at least 1 little buddy. Oh no, I have 1 little buddy. I think that was my logic. I was like 1 or 2. I have 1 little buddy. That's fine. Because it's spreading over so many units. I think this is a grief though. I should switch out this for a Lux in an ideal situation. Because Lux is Arcanist and a little buddy. You typically, when you have little buddies, you typically want at least 2. Right? 1 doesn't really do anything. 2 is like enough to do a lot. Oh wait, I think this guy hit fucking... Is this the guy? Is this the game where the guy has Kale 3? No, this isn't Kale 3. I'm killing too many units. Guard Breaker is fine. Got a Duplicator. He's holding a Hwei 2 on bench. Like, I should just sell these. Like, oh my god, please. Like, he literally has a Hwei 2 on bench. I'm never hitting. And he was a top 4. I lost a little buddy, which is pretty bad. I think I should... I really need to switch this guy out for some... Okay, Lux, no! No! Oh. That's so bad for me. Okay, probably Guard Breaker on Wukong is probably okay. I'm just rolling for anything. There's also no need to roll. What I was rolling for was what am I trying to play here? What am I thinking of playing? Is there a 2? I think what I'm looking for is a 2-cost Behemoth. I think that's my thought process. I don't really care about Porcelain or the other thing. This guy's mulched 6 Dryad, I'm pretty sure, right? Okay, now we can see what I'm looking for. Kane? Oh no, I'm holding Kane because this guy's gonna go Kane 3. Oh, and I just died from 17. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, I didn't know. I didn't think I was gonna die. I realized I was probably gonna die against this guy. Yeah, so I was just rolling down to 0. Was I looking for a Behemoth? Because I skipped a Shen for sure, right? Who was I looking for? I'm trying to think who I was looking for here. Honestly, I think I was just tilted. I think I was just tilt rolling. I think I was just annoyed because I knew I was going 4th. Like, I knew I was gonna die against this guy. Yeah, I knew I was gonna die against this guy. I think I was just tilted. Okay, so for those to learn, like, even if you have a game like this where things don't necessarily go your way, like you high roll but then you low roll and it's like all kind of shaky. So I have little buddies here. So little buddies gives attack speed, and I think armor or whatever. But the main thing is attack speed to 4/5 costs for every 1/2 cost that you have, right? So you want to have like a balance of the two of them. Typically the 4 and the 5 costs are really strong, so you want to prioritize mostly 4/5 costs. In terms of 1/2 costs, you usually want somewhere between like 1 and 3, or sorry, between 2 and 3 is usually a good number, right? Because the thing is, if you play like, you know, 10 little buddies, you're only buffing 1 unit. Here I'm buffing all of these units, so it actually works out better to have less little buddies. The thing is, this Amumu is kind of useless, so what you want to play instead of this Amumu is something that synergizes, that helps out some of your units, right? So example, Lux is really good. Shen is really good because this is a 2-cost Behemoth and this is a 2-cost Porcelain / Arcanist. I already have Arcanist in, so it might just be the Shen, because the Porcelain doesn't really... Porcelain matters a lot because I have a list too, but it's not like essential, if that makes sense. And then I can also lose this Azir if I really want to and play something else. Like, I could also just like play towards like Ashe and have like 4 Porcelain or something like that. So that's usually what you want to do. Little Buddies is one of the most broken augments in the game. It's extremely strong, especially when you get to like a board where you have a lot of 4 and 5 costs on it. So it's like one of the best augments in the game. I definitely made a mistake here. I prioritized Porcelain on the Lysandra instead of Little Buddies, and I think the Little Buddies is just better because I was thinking very narrow-sighted, right? I was thinking like maybe my Lysandra does a lot of damage because Lysandra's like the best unit in the game. So it's like maybe my Lysandra like puts somebody in a pot and boils them and everything is great and, you know, blah blah blah. But what I'm missing the point is that I have so many other units on my board that like I'd rather sacrifice, even though Lysandra's the best unit in the game, it's better to sacrifice some utility and some like synergies and stuff that deal with this Lysandra and instead buff the rest of my board, right? That's the way you should look at it. This Lilia's also really doing nothing except just being a mythic and invoker synergy bot. I can easily lose 1, 2 and just play Little Buddies because these 2 units, I guarantee you, if you look at like what they're doing on my board, they're doing pretty much nothing, right? So I can easily swap these if I wanted to play the Amumu for Porcelain. I can easily swap these for like other frontline units as well as other things, right? So I definitely rolled past. The other thing I could play is Altruist, so Riven is also good, right? I also rolled past a Riven. Riven's good because I already have the Rakan. Also like any Dragon Lord is good, so even a Janna. right? I can easily lose this Azir for a Janna. I didn't roll for any of those. I think I was just tilted. Because for me, in my head, I wasn't like tilted like breaking my computer. I was just like, get me out. Like this was like, you know, I was kind of just done with the game, if that makes sense. Also, this guard breaker should have been on the Wukong because I complete 3 items instead of having 2 items on Lissandra. I definitely overvalued my Lissandra here. You know what I was probably thinking about? I didn't position for it because I was too busy like being tilted. But I should have positioned my Lissandra as well to like teapot the Gnar first, because that would have helped me. I might have even won this fight. But you know, it is what it is. That's so to speak. I think it's when I was in Diamond though. Was I just like low? No, I was Emerald 1. Ooh, this wasn't even when I was in Diamond. So I was just tilted. I think it was just a long night. So I must have lost a game right before this. That's okay. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't like, when I say I'm tilted, I wasn't like tilted like banging my desk like angry. I was just kind of like get me out. Like I'm so over this, right? Like I've had like, you know what I mean? At one point in the game when I had like 4, I remember this game when I had like 4 chainmails on bench after getting dropped, like a chainmail, a thing and a thing, a chainmail, a cloak and a belt. I was like, I'm done, you know. Top 4, that's okay. Just give me 4th and I'll just play next game. Anyways, hopefully it was fun. I found it really funny and while I was watching it. This was a silly game. Yeah, just understanding the Galaxy, playing strongboard early. Yeah, things didn't work out later. That happens sometimes. But it's still a guaranteed top 4 as long as you play strongboard because you gain so many resources from those Darius spoils drops. Anyways, hope you have fun. I think tomorrow, I was supposed to do it today. Tomorrow should be like a reroll guide. And make sure to enter the giveaway for RP. Bye-bye.